my second engagement on the issue of Senator Fabio, my client, and Senator Natasha. You recall that there was a letter I sent to the distinguished senator requesting her to clarify the fact that she made very grievous allegations against my client concerning sexual harassment on the 8th of December 2023. But the following day, she was eulogizing the same person who she accused just a day before. And I found that very unusual. And as you know, she actually made the allegation in the early part of 2025, which is unusual for those of us who are legal experts on defamation. I believe I've done probably about 20 defamation cases. What you tend to see in defamation cases is what we call the first opportunity rule. Somebody would do something to you. The first person you see, you say, this is what happened. 1.5 years is a very long time. So we did a second letter, which has gone to her, and I believe you have copies, to say, when we first requested you to explain the seeming contradiction in your allegation, you didn't reply. Rather, what you did say was that we were asking for out of court settlement. We didn't say that. That's what's trending. And let me also take the opportunity to say that the social media is not where you, useful as it is for information, but unfortunately, it's not where you actually justify information. So yes, I can see she's doing very well in social media, but that's not the court of law. In the court of law, the question would be not whether my client is a murderer, not whether my client is whatever he is. The question would be, on the day you wrote this petition, you mentioned that you were sexually harassed. Where's the proof? That's it. So far, she hasn't produced the proof. And in my experience as a lawyer for the 7 years, when a client briefs me, I don't just run to court. I always try to see whether matters can be resolved. This matter can be absolutely resolved if she does two things. Respond to my letter proving that the allegation is true. And I will turn to my client and say, well, here's proof. Or saying, well, I'm sorry that what I said is not correct. That's it. Experienced lawyers don't just run to court. You play out what we call the pre-trial process. You give opportunity to the person who you intend to sue to say, I will not go to court if all you do is to apologize. That's all. Whether my client will accept it or not, but my instruction to him would be, it's good to accept the apology. And I have photos. Are they there? Yeah. Are you seeing the photos? These photos you see behind me all happened in how many of them? 2024. So how can you be writing a petition in which you are alleging that my client, started his sexual harassment of you in 2023, going through 2024, and you have those photos of Fabio and Natasha in legislative functions and around the world? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So there's something wrong, So I'd like to emphasize, social media isn't where you win a war on defamation. The proper place to deal with defamation is either by justifying it, as we're requesting for her to justify it, or retracting it, failing which we will then proceed to go to court. So have you shown all the photos?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. That's the purpose of this very brief and final engagement with the media, to explain my client's legal rights. And the correct question that we will be posing in court is, having said that my client harassed you sexually, which indeed I must keep emphasizing is a very serious issue, justify it. It is the person who alleges must prove. So if you have questions, I'd like to take it. If not, then we're done. Going to court, say 20 years ago, is different from going to court today. So today, the rules, the courts are crowded. So the courts encourage that you try to resolve issues before approaching the courts. Even when we approach the courts, we will go through what is called a conference management. So If you file, when we file our case, it will go into a conference management. They say, look, what we're seeing here is very simple. The allegation is sexual harassment. Where's the evidence? So it's a very simple process. So we do everything we can to be sure that when we go to court, those cases that actually go into the system are those that are absolutely unresolvable by the parties. And I don't want to go to that situation where I'm confronted with an unresolvable matter, where I see an opportunity that it can be resolved in two ways. Either you justify it or you retract it. That's it.
Where is the date of apology?
Apology is if she cannot prove what she said. To who? No, I don't. I am.
That's exactly what.
Please. I am a legal practitioner. I went to the law school. I have 4 degrees, and social media, I just told you, is not evidence admissible in court. There's something called court admissible evidence, and it is guided by the Evidence Act. So all what you're reading in the social media, if you are listening to me, isn't admissible in court.
So why talking about the apology? There are some things you want to find in the apology, right? If you write an apology, there's some.
No, just say in defamation we call it retraction. So you say, Senator Babio sexually harassed me. That is clear, isn't it? We all agree that she said it. I don't hear anybody say anything.
Yeah.
So is it true? That's all we're asking. 2 questions. Is it true? If true, where's the evidence? If you have no evidence and maybe you said it in the heat of the moment, then retract it. That's what is called an apology. You say, what I said, I didn't say. And I can assure the distinguished senator that if she retracts, that's the end. My client is not interested in money. She is only interested in proving to the world that Senator Natasha's allegation is false. That's all. Yes.
Sorry, sir, will you be able to control? You say that's the end, but can you really control the end?
I can.
If she indeed, because the wife of Senate President Fabio has gone to court.
The wife has no locus. The wife was not the one that was accused, so she has no locus. I've advised my client to tell his wife to withdraw the case. There's Natasha accuse her of anything, so she has no locus. I hope you know what locus means.
Yes, sir.
Do I translate it into English? Okay. So locus, yes.
In addition, Senator Fabio
yes.
has also gone to the police
yes.
with a petition.
I have no instructions on that. I stay with my.
Because you still say that will be the end.
As far as my instructions are concerned,
okay.
My instruction is to say to Senator Natasha, we will be going to court to sue you for defamation, but we're offering you an opportunity to justify it, prove it, which is why we have written the letter. So prove it. And I've told my client, if Senator Natasha proves it, then that's the end. Then he has no case. But if she doesn't prove it, then retract it. Say, well, I didn't mean to say it. And if he does say so, I've told my client that this is the end of the matter. I'm not interested in the other ones because there are many other lawyers.
So you're saying that she should, so my name is not really lost to the African. You said she should just simply act.
Yes.
All these allegations she made were on social media.
No. She wrote a letter. She wrote a letter.
What is that?
She wrote a letter which she sent to the Senate.
So that same format is what you want. Letter should be written.
No. Whatever format. That's not for me to tell her. The issue is simple. It's not a complicated issue. We all agree that Senator Natasha accused Senator Fabio of sexual harassment on the 8th of December 2023 in Uyo when they were both there for their birthdays that fall on the same day, 9th of December. That's the core issue. And the simple issue is whether it is true or not true. I'm not the one to tell her how to retract it. She will know how to retract it, or to say, I will not retract it because it is true. So if she insists that it is true, then we have a choice. And the choice would be to then proceed to court and then tell the court that we took all steps before coming to the court to offer Senator Natasha an opportunity to say something, and she didn't. We are not interested in how she does the retraction. And she may not even be interested in retracting. Don't forget. We are saying that we know that her allegations are false. So she has a choice of
So, sir, she apologized on the social media. You said social media is not.
I just told you now that
Yes.
social media is
So
not.
you're saying that you don't care how she's going to do it?
No, legal. I just told you that social media is not legally admissible
Yes.
evidence.
I know.
So she's got to do a retraction if that is her wish, because I can't compel her. I cannot compel her to retract. The first meeting I had with you gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, was to offer her the opportunity to retract, but she hasn't. So how she wants to do it is not for me to decide. It's entirely for her to do so. A simple letter to me is enough. A simple letter to me is enough. Does that satisfy you?
You said earlier on,
That's
sir,
great,
that
sir.
you said earlier on, or you just said now that
Yes.
we know even from the latest press statement or the latest letter, you say they are clearly unsubstantiated. Yes, but they are clearly false.
Yes.
And unsubstantiated.
Sure.
Are you basing this current assertion now on the fact that there is no evidence forthcoming? Are you basing this conclusion now that they are clearly false now?
I
on the
didn't
fact
say
that she
it.
didn't
No,
present
I did not say it. I'm not the one who made the allegation. Don't forget to. Let's be very clear how the law works. If you defame me and I take you to court, the only thing I need to show the court is what you said. That's all. Once I show the court that, sorry, I forget your name. Kemi, yes. Kemi said Olisa Bakaba is a thief. And maybe you even wrote it down. Because there's a difference between slander and libel. Slander is spoken. A libel is written. So I showed the court, see what Kemi said. The court reads it and said, Kemi, justify it. At all. It's as simple as that. You are the one to justify it. That's what the social media misses. You are the one to justify it. And I don't hear that coming out. The social media is ignoring. And because it's a huge issue, it concerns women. And women are very strong, even in my church. The most feared church organization is the Catholic Women's Organization. You don't go against them. So I'm not about to start going against women. After all, I'm the product of a woman, married to a woman. I have 3 daughters. So I'm a woman, I'm a gender-friendly person. So I give Senator Natasha the widest possible opportunity to say, you are the one who said it. I didn't say it. Senator Akpabio did not say it. She said it. I think that's clear. The question whether a social apology published in the social what do you call it, online space is an apology. For me, as a lawyer of 47 years, it's not an apology.
You listen to that. That is a barrister Olisa Agbakoba, counseled to Akpabio. So the issue here is, does it mean that Natasha, Senator Natasha, she does not have evidence of this allegation? Question. Does it mean she does not have evidence? Or does it mean a court does not want her to prove the allegation by providing her own evidence to that allegation? Because too many allegations now, including death assassination. Well, like with a lot of people said before, this and this and that. Not the matter was in the court that time. Now again, she, according to her, she have apologized by writing a phony letter of apology. The letter, does it mean she has not tendered that letter to the Senate House, or to the address the letter to the Senate House, or to the Senate House Committee, or to Akpabio himself, or to the court? I don't know. Or she just wrote the letter and just posted the letter on her X account or Instagram account, or I don't know. Now that this is a counsel and barrister saying that they have not received any letter of apology. They have not received any letter of apology. So if that one if she just posted, that one just being posted on her X account or Instagram account, whatever Twitter account she posted on her handle, that a lot of people see that, okay, she has apologized. If that one has not been addressed to where it should be addressed to, so it's not an apology. So that is not admissible in the court of law, that she has apologized. Okay, what's next? That apology was only for the misconduct in that gross misconduct in that Senate House, not for other sexual harassment, because that one is quite different. Now, even when you read the apology letter, it's not about sexual harassment, which I believe that she still have evidence to that, or is they not trying to prove people wrong? Because it's talking about it for a couple of months now. It's not yet trying to prove with the doubting Thomas wrong that yeah, she got evidence to this allegation, or is not trying to prove it, or I don't know, a lot of issues. So I don't know. Anyways, I believe Shahau legal counsel too. They know what they are doing. They are on top of the matter, as Olisa Agbakoba is also on top of the matter to his client. So those one too, they are still working. They know what is going on, what they are doing, which the both parties know what they are doing. So I believe by now the counsel to Natasha should have asked, know that she have evidence or not. So if Natasha would have told them by now, probably Natasha would have showed them, even from the beginning, showed them that part of the evidence you got regards to this sexual harassment, allegation of death, assassination, all of them. I believe she must have showed them to her legal team. Those people must have, or would have assessed those evidence, if those evidence are substantial enough, or if they will be admissible in the court of law. One thing is to have evidence. Secondly, is that evidence to be enough for the court to admit it as an evidence. It depends on the process of that evidence. How did you get the evidence? Do you understand? Do you have any electronics, video, this, that, or is it just the words of mouth that words of mouth, that there is no evidence, no written letter, no written agreement, no video, nothing like that? Do you understand? It's quite different. So, like I said, one thing is to have evidence. Secondly, is that evidence, is it substantial enough? Would it be admissible in the court of law? A lot. Anyways, I also believe that she herself, she's a lawyer. She knows better. Yeah, she knows better. And I believe all of them, they know what they are doing. All we are saying, because we are the doubting Thomas, we are just curious about this. Like, could it be? Does she have evidence? This, that, what? A lot. So we are just waiting to see the final judgment, or what happened at the end. If somebody is going to be guilty of this, or if somebody is going to come out and apologize publicly to say both the "we are sorry" written apology for gross misconduct and sexual harassment, to say there was no evidence to that. Do you understand? And now another lawyer is telling you that no matter what, if you are in danger, anything happens to you, in that moment there must be somebody there should be, or there must be somebody you quickly report to. You tell, this is what happened. What can I do? There was nothing like that until 1 year after, including your husband at home. They did not even know about it. He was not aware. So everything I am saying, or I have been saying, is not to say I am against Natasha or I'm against Akpabio. I don't know them. I'm just trying to balance the equation here. I'm not supporting anybody. I can never support wrongdoing. Do you understand? So you are watching. Please, what do you think? Share this video. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel.